Okay, give it a little bit since YouTube is catching up with StreamYard. We got some people in here already. What's up, Babe? What up, Kill Hut? Who else we got in here? I see somebody else. It's them two right now. All right, guys. So we got 5 people in here so far. What up, Justy? How's it going, sis? All right, guys. So I got Southern Afterlife here with me.
What's up, guys?
Really dude. Really cool channel, by the way, as well. And of course, there's another stream to help get Southern Afterlife to 5K because he's a little over 200 away from 5K. So I want to get him there as quick as possible before the end of the spring. And I know a majority of you guys in my channel don't have him yet. So if you guys don't, the link for his channel is pinned at the very end. Make sure you guys go over there and check him out.
I appreciate that.
Carolyn Duncan, how's it going? Justy, my sis, how you doing? My beautiful girls here. Okay, we'll give it a little bit since YouTube is trying to catch up and just sending out notifications now. But Kill Hut's in the chat, says, what up, Southern Afterlife?
What's up, Kill Hut?
Oh yeah, I gotta get your website too. If you have another device with you, if you can, let me see if I can find it on your site.
Also, guys, my phone.
Yeah, let me go to your Twitter page and get your website and post that in the chat.
It's just southernafterlife.com.
Okay. But I just want to let you know too, the link that you have pinned to your bio on Twitter says the page cannot be found.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but might have to just be redone. What's up, Randy? What up, Holly? There you go. My sweetheart's got it right there. Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
Wilma, how's it going? Holly, how's it going? Appreciate that, baby. Rose, how's it going? All right, guys. So we're gonna ask Southern Afterlife a couple questions, and then I'll let him talk about who he is and what he does and all that fun stuff. Donna, how's it going? So how did you come up with the name Southern Afterlife for your channel, and when did you start your channel?
I started almost 3 years ago. I've only been doing it consistently for about 2 years now. And Southern Afterlife came from basically, I'm a southern boy, you know, down in Florida, and Afterlife just fit for what I was doing. So it just clicked, and I was talking to my wife about it, and she's like, that sounds, has a ring to it. So I just started using it, and it just stuck.
I like it. It's unique. It's different than all the other names out there that you see, because people kind of take their names and make it the same as others.
Yeah.
Like mine's Exploring with Fluffy, but you got Exploring with Josh, Exploring the Unknown. You get different names like that out there, so it's not unique. It's the same.
Right.
But yours is different. Garbage Puppy, how you doing, sweetheart? No worries, babe. Do your best. I know you always do. All right. So when did you start your channel? You said you started 3 years ago?
Yeah, I started about 3 years ago.
Okay. And you've come a long way too, because I started 4 years ago. I started in 2016.
Yeah, so it's been a rough road. I started getting subscribers and views until I met John, Exploration.
Yep.
When we started together, he really helped my channel out.
He's a cool dude. I don't know a whole lot about him. I only know him because of like Urban Ghosts, Urban Exploration, and stuff like that. But I don't really know him personally. I've seen a couple of his videos. But for somebody that has 3 years on YouTube, you've done pretty well. And you have the views to show for it too, which is good. You put the work in, you get the results.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So I know you go between the exploration and the paranormal. How did you get into that?
I've always had a fascination with like abandoned places and stuff, and I've always had a real strong connection to history. And also as a kid, like I've always had these experiences, that I couldn't explain. My mom was always in favor of believing the paranormal. Dad was always like the skeptic. I kind of just like tucked my experiences in a corner, you know. And then when I decided I want to do this, I went all out. You know, I started developing my own equipment and doing like unconventional methods like dowsing rods and things you don't see all the time.
Right, right.
And yeah, I developed my own portal box. I call it the Echo Box. So
I like that you came up with that name for that because that's different. Like I said, with the uniqueness of what you do and what you have with your store. Because when people make those boxes, they call it like the ghost box or whatever else it may be, but you call it the Echo Box, and that's pretty damn cool. And I actually bought one from him as well. So if you guys want to check that out, the link for that is in the chat. Check out his store. He will have more stuff coming soon. He's just getting started with it.
yeah, right now, like I'm working on my house here in Florida, and then we're gonna be moving to Tennessee. But once we actually get a house up there, I'll have all kinds of stuff on my store.
Yeah.
I'm working on REM pods. You know, I'm working on another version of the Echo Box called the Dimension Portal.
Oh wow.
It actually has an EM pump built in and an ambient temperature sensor. So when things interact, a lot of people will be like, you know, it's getting cold in here. Well, you actually be able to see that on the box.
Right.
So it's pretty awesome. It's actually been in a couple of my videos already.
I gotta catch up with your videos. I'm a little behind on that. It's just been a crazy last month and a half, at least 2 months at least, because we're already in April. Vodka Vamp has it going. Sonya has it going. But yeah, when I seen that you had that store and I seen that Echo Box, I'm like, I need to get one. At the time, I didn't have the money and I really wanted one. And that's actually a good way to make money too when you're on YouTube, because if you're into the paranormal and other people are into the paranormal, then they're gonna start looking at your store and see what you have in there, and you
Yeah,
can actually really make a good living off of that, or a decent living off of that.
it supports the channel. It really does.
Yeah,
Like a lot of people don't
and
realize.
it's fairly cheap though too. I mean, it's not that expensive because I've seen other ones where it could be more than $600, $700.
I've seen those too, and quite honestly, they look pretty basic.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
mine they have glowing crystals on the front and everything, and I actually faux paint them. I hand paint them.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is numbered and signed. You know,
Wow.
a signature might not be worth anything right now, but you never know.
Dude, I'm telling you, you put the work into it though. You did that. You've made that by your own hands. You know, you bought the materials and you built it yourself.
Yeah,
But come 10, 15 years from now, you never know. They can be worth more than $300 a piece.
right.
They can be worth up maybe to $700, $800, maybe even 1,000. You don't know.
Cool. Yeah,
The value of money changes so dramatically. It's crazy.
it sure does.
So, I mean, the haunted skeptic has it going. Trying to catch up with the chat here. Paranormal Patrick, Louisa, Melissa, how's it going? So, where do you see yourself with your channel? Like, where do you? Oh, let me rephrase that. Where do you see yourself going for filming locations? Like, where do you see yourself in the next couple weeks or months for video?
In the next couple of weeks, I have stuff here in Florida. I have a creepy. It's like a chapel mausoleum type thing. It's a mausoleum with a chapel in it. So I'll be visiting that place pretty soon. I got a couple other places here in Florida, but next month I'll be in Tennessee, and I have a ton of places in Tennessee. Lots of old log cabins, lots of abandoned churches, battlefields.
Mm-hmm.
My parents' house in Tennessee is actually on a battleground,
Oh wow,
so I'll be doing some filming out there,
that's
you know,
great.
some investigating. Um, let's see. After that, I want to take a road trip. Maybe come up to Max. I have 3 different trips planned.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure which order I'm going to do them in. I would like to go to New England.
Yeah.
Like, I'm originally from Rhode Island.
Okay. Oh wow.
I would like to come up there, you know, visit family, see
Yeah.
you. We'll go film some things up there. I know of vampires' graves in Rhode Island. I know witches' graves.
Oh wow.
So we could do some stuff with that.
Definitely.
I want to hit Louisiana,
Yeah.
Mississippi. You know, Louisiana, of course, just for the above ground cemeteries, the voodoo aspect of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi, I'd like to go to the Leonard Skinner plane crash.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty awesome. And
You got a lot. Like, I'm interested in those locations as well. Like, especially Louisiana, like you said, that's like on my bucket list to go to Louisiana. I've never been before at all. So, I mean, I've seen videos of, people going there, and I know it's known for the voodoo. It's known for, other stuff like that, the vampires and all that stuff. Justice says Pennsylvania. You go to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania would be cool. I got a lot of stuff up there pinned as well.
So it just all depends on where you're at the time.
Right. Yeah, I try to group like 3 to 4 states in one trip, you know? That way they get like 15, 20 videos and then come back home.
Yeah, and then that way you have that extra time to get those videos out and kind of space your time out so you can finish the house that you're working on too.
Right.
So since you have that house and you're working on it and you're finishing it up soon, like how long ago did you get that house? Like I know you told me before we started that you're gonna be selling that house. And
I've
um
for about 9 years now.
oh, you've had the house for 9 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. It was my first house that I bought, and it's paid off and everything, thank God.
Wow.
When we went up to Tennessee for a couple months, and we visited my family and stuff up there, and we decided we are going to start looking for a house.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, let's go home, we'll pack up and put the house on the market. When we came home, the house was flooded. So down here in Florida, like we live on a canal kind of.
Yeah.
So when it's a dry canal during the dry months, but when it rains, it floods.
Yeah.
And what it did was it pushed rats into my attic, and they ate the water lines,
Jesus.
everything up, mess. So we ended up gutting the whole thing, and I've been working here probably the last 4 months nonstop.
So you just started on the house about 4 months ago then?
Yeah, cleaning it up and remodeling everything.
Jesus. Because I remember seeing some of the pictures on Twitter that you were working on the bathrooms too, and you were getting them all redone completely.
Yeah.
You did it all yourself, right?
Yeah, I've been doing it all myself.
Wow. I give you props for that because I don't think if I had even close to the knowledge of doing that for rebuilding a house or refixing up a house, I'd call people to come in because I wouldn't be able to do it all.
Right. Well, I'm actually an electrician by trade.
Okay.
I went to trade school and everything.
Yeah.
So I used to work for a remodel company, so I kind of learned things from the other areas of the company.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it took some YouTube tutorials on a few things, but
yeah,
for the most part, handle it.
Yeah. That's awesome though. I really I went to trade school for diesel mechanics.
Okay.
I actually went to high school for 4 years for automotive, and then a year in Massachusetts, about an hour away from where I live, to Job Corps. I don't know if you've heard of Job Corps and how they are.
No.
They're actually a trade school. Like they're around the whole country.
Okay.
At least one or two of them in every state. I went to one in Massachusetts, and then I went to one in Utah for 2 years. The first one was for automotive, and then the other one was for diesel mechanics for advanced trade.
Nice.
So I was there for 2 years, and actually, right before I went there is when I started my channel.
Okay.
So, I know I kind of know the basics for diesel mechanics. I'm kind of going away from that now. I don't know if I want to do that, just because it's heavy work and a lot of, brain knowledge for it.
But
So
you always have that.
yeah.
Like you always have that base knowledge. So if you get in a bind anywhere in life, you can always go back to that.
Yeah, I still have my tools and all that. I was thinking about selling my tools, and my parents are like, "You'd be dumb if you do. Save your tools."
Yeah, I still have I have a whole trailer full of tools and like materials, everything. Because I had my electrical company. Because I did 4 years in schooling and everything, and I had all kinds of backing and stuff for the business. So I was doing full scale remodels. I was doing new construction, everything else. And my wife started making enough money to where I didn't have to work so hard.
Yeah.
And just told me, she's like, I want you to stay home.
Right.
She's like, we can both work from home. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And so I'm basically a stay-at-home dad now.
Okay, that's pretty cool though too, that you have that opportunity to do so, and she can still work from home as well.
Yeah. For sure.
Um,
We homeschool, you know. My
yeah,
son is
exactly.
sick, so he doesn't do too well in school. So we just decided to start homeschooling.
Hmm.
We got a lot on our plate, but we're doing it.
Take what you can and work with what you have, and work around whatever you have to.
Yeah, for sure.
Life's gonna throw you curveballs, but I mean, you're doing good. You're doing good. Your family is doing good. I know, just from what I hear. Um, what does your wife do for work again? I know you told me a couple hours ago, but for everyone else in the chat.
My wife is actually she's a national director for Pure Romance. And in Pure Romance, they basically they have parties for women, and they educate, and then they sell products.
Mhm.
So basically they enhance marriages. They help people out in a lot of areas.
Hmm. She seems to have a good job that she can work from home. I mean, that's
Yeah, for sure.
not everybody gets to work from home, so that's pretty cool.
Especially in today's times, you got to think outside the box, because jobs are kind of hard to come by right now because of COVID and everything. So the more outside the box you get, the more successful you're going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. How old is your little one?
My son is 7
Okay.
and 6.
Oh, you have 2 kids?
Yeah. Yep. I have 2 kids.
I bet they're used to doing homeschool even with COVID around, huh?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, we go fishing and stuff. We go kayaking and things like that. But as far as like getting together with groups of people,
Mhm.
we hadn't forever. So when COVID hit, it wasn't really like a huge shock to us. We just kind of stopped going to Walmart and stuff. We started ordering groceries on Amazon and things like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, we're doing all right.
I mean, we all got to do what we have to do. I mean, I think it is the safest way to get your stuff delivered, or, get it ordered and pick it up and just have them put it in the car for you.
And again, it kind of goes back to the job thing. Like by us ordering groceries instead of going there, we're providing for somebody else.
Yeah. We're having somebody else have a job so they can pay for what they need to pay for.
Right.
Exactly. Anyone in the chat have any questions? We got 26 people up in here. Hi to everyone popping in the chat. Sorry I haven't been saying hi. I know that my moderators in here. Of course, my beautiful girl's here. She's one of the moderators here, and I think I have a couple others. Rooted, what up, man? How's it going? Who else did I miss that was in here? Sue, Vodka Vamp, Greg, how's it going? Brandy, I think I said hi to you, Brandy. I'm sorry if I didn't. I said hi to Justy. Jason Jennings, how's it going? Kill Hut's here. Appreciate that, Jason. So, what else do you do on the side other than, of course, you're an electrician by trade, and then, you do YouTube and you're remodeling the house. What else do you do other than that?
Honestly, building boxes takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, aside from being a dad, the normal life things, I basically do YouTube. I build the boxes. And right now, I'm just focusing on finishing this house so we can get out of here and I can put more time into the channel. But like boxes, people think that they're easy to put together.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of soldering, everything's hand painted and stuff. So each box probably takes 3 to 4 days to assemble.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a process. So like when I get a bunch of orders in at once, it takes about a week or so.
Yeah.
Everything else kind of gets put on hold. I make sure a video is ready to go, and then I go to work on the boxes.
Yeah. How long does it take you to, like, say if you get like 3 or 4 orders in at once, how long does it take you to do? You said each one is 2 to 3 days to completely build?
If I get a group of them, then I'll lay them all out and do one step at a time with all the boxes. So basically, like on my website, I put 2 to 3 weeks because I have to order the parts and stuff. I build them to order.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I get the parts in, it's a few days, and It basically, I put 2 weeks on there just to give me some room. But I can usually, biggest order I've had was 12.
Oh wow,
Yeah, and I got that done in 2 weeks.
not bad.
No, not bad at all. I mean,
I mean, like you said, taking time with those to make sure they're perfect completely is not easy. I don't think I'd ever be able to do that because sometimes patience isn't my thing when it comes to building stuff. Um, what somebody said here. Kill Hut had a question here. Where is it? Oh, where'd it go? Oh, Kill Hut says, how many Echo boxes has he built? Like, since you've had the store, how many boxes have you built since you started?
I am up to 113 now.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm assuming you recently started your store just as of late, just recently?
Actually, Kill Hut got the first box.
Okay. Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
and what I had a basic design down of what I want to do.
Mhm.
I didn't have the funds to do it. So
Mhm.
he bought it out of good faith. I built it, used it in a video, and then sent it to him. So he has number one.
The one you used the very first one you used. Okay. Wow.
One.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Paranormal Patrick says I have the number 4 box.
Yes.
Huh. Okay. That's pretty damn cool. So I know I purchased one from you. How many do you have in this current order?
This current order is 4.
4 of them.
Yep.
Not bad. So, like I said, guys, in the chat, the link's been put in the chat, southernafterlife.com for the website. If you guys want to check out the store, for those popping in, he'll have more on the site when he gets around to it. Right now, he has the Echo Box on there, which is pretty cool. I've ordered one myself, so I can't wait to get that. It's just another new piece of equipment to try while I'm in Cali.
Yeah, yours will be sent out tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Anyone have any questions for Southern? Garbage Puppy says I already subbed to him. Appreciate that, sweetheart.
Oh.
Yes, let's see what you're at for subscribers actually, because last time I checked, you were at 4,790. So you shouldn't be. I'm trying to get him to 5K. Everyone, that's why I have his link pinned to the very top of the chat. Trying to get Southern Afterlife to 5K. He's about 200, just a little over 200 away from 5K. And I know a good majority of you guys here, if you haven't already, have not subscribed to him. And we got 28 people in the chat. So if we can get him, as close to 5K as we can, that'd be amazing. Especially since he's been on YouTube for 3 years. It's another huge milestone to be hit.
Yeah, for sure.
Has Josh ever seen an apparition from Rose?
Have I ever seen an apparition?
Yeah.
Yes, I've actually seen a few of them. But one that actually caught in a video is at oh man, now you put me on the spot. But it's at a place called Creation State Park here in Florida.
Okay.
And it's actually a woman in a Victorian dress walking down one of the pathways there at the state park.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know the history behind that, basically it was like a cult.
Mm-hmm.
It was a center Earth cult. Like they believe that there's a world inside the Earth.
Okay.
It was ran by women. So where I caught the apparition was actually where all the important women stayed.
Huh.
So it's pretty fascinating.
Wow. Sue Smith said just added my subscription to him.
Oh, thank you.
Killhut asked, what is his favorite location?
My favorite location is probably in Tennessee, Brushy Mountain Prison.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite spots.
I've heard of that place quite a bit. A lot of people have gone there.
Yeah, and if you ever get the chance, I mean, go talk to them. They have an awesome facility.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff is still original.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a little museum area where you can see different things there, but like just feeling in there. It feels like that static feeling, like when you get the chills up your neck.
Right.
You can feel that throughout the whole facility.
Huh.
It's pretty amazing.
I definitely want to check that out because I've seen videos on it, but I actually want to go and check it out as myself. Garbage Puppy says, "What made you decide to start investigating?"
Well, basically, it was my experiences as a kid. You
Okay.
know, unexplained things. I seen my great grandma when I was younger,
Hmm.
and she had passed on sometime before that. I've never actually met her,
Oh man.
but I can actually see her. I used to have children that would run down the hallway into my bedroom and disappear, and like just so many unexplained things. And I just decided to start, filming it and stuff. And one year, we took a trip to St. Augustine, and we took the Ghosts and Gravestones tour.
Hmm.
At the old Protestant cemeteries where I caught my first piece of evidence.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was probably 13, 14.
Okay.
Ever since then, I've just had this fascination, you
Hmm.
know, and like watching Ghost Adventures, things like that, before I even started.
Yep.
And I watched Omar,
Yep.
and then it kind of got my wheels turning with the YouTube thing.
Same.
I met up with him, and he's like, "Yeah, you should do it," So I was like, "Okay." So I started my channel up, and the rest is history. Just keep grinding. The hardest push was getting the first 1,000.
I'm telling you, dude. I'll be honest with you. The hardest push for me since I was in school too, and I think it was just me. I could beat others, but it took me almost 2.5 years to get to 100.
Yeah,
I was in school and I had no ways of creating content or decent content that I thought people would enjoy. Um, so I'm like, I was struggling, and I think in late 2017 I had hit 200 subscribers, and then I slowly started picking up. And I think it was towards the end of 2018, beginning of 2019 is when I hit 1K. Like end of 2018 is when I hit 1K. So I struggled for a good 2.5 years, and but I mean, it's paid off since then. You know, as far as I've come so far. I see Wacky Witches popped in. How's it going, sis? Grinch, my brother. Um, but yeah, that was the same with me with how you started. I mean, I think that's almost everybody, if not everybody, a good majority of people started watching ghost TV shows, Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters. Got the in the mood for watching it more and being more interested in it, and then like you said, Omar, and Omar is the one that started me off too, because I was watching Omar and James and Mo and all that. And then I met Omar in Utah because he went to Utah to meet
yeah,
up with Paranormal Tyler, that unfortunately no longer does YouTube, but I met him too.
yeah.
But yeah, I met Omar, and then we became good friends and stuff. And he gave me pointers on how to work with YouTube and how to work around some stuff, because I was still at maybe 600-700 subscribers at that time, maybe just pushing 800. Maybe I was at like 750 or something like that. So I was struggling. Um,
A lot of little tricks and stuff you have to do with the algorithms,
yeah, big time.
or else nobody will ever content. So
Yeah, exactly. Um, what up, Past Life? How's it going? Appreciate you guys being here. I was gonna say something. I can't remember what I was gonna say now. Damn. Was it a comment that I was gonna say something about, or? Oh no, if Wacky's still here, that's what it was. Wacky, if you're still here, thanks to my beautiful girl Jen, she got me one of your shirts, and I'm actually wearing it right now. I know I showed you a picture and put it up on Twitter a couple weeks ago, but I'm actually wearing it right now. So just wanted to let you know that, Wacky, if you're still here.
that's awesome.
And I know you have a merch site too. I know Taro put that in the chat. Jen put that in the chat just now. So if you guys definitely want to check out his merch store, check it out. Check out his website for his Echo boxes, and then check out his channel, which is pinned at the top of the chat on YouTube. So does anyone have any questions for Southern Afterlife? for those who are just popping in. I know PLE just popped in. Grinch, Wacky.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so if I miss saying hi to anybody, I apologize.
Oh no, it's good. I'll keep you up to date with that. Keep you up to speed with that because I know you just have your phone with you.
Yeah,
He's actually at the house that he's working on currently.
I am.
Yeah. So what other stuff do you do for hobbies other than what you've already said?
I like to fish.
A fish? Okay.
I mean, we took a fishing charter out the last week it was, and caught some snapper and stuff. But honestly, I don't really get out much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, COVID, but I mean,
And then homeschooling the kids and everything.
yeah.
It takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, I like fishing. I like archery. I like shooting.
Archery's cool.
Yeah. So a lot of like outdoors. This is the sports you would think of someone country
Yeah.
wanting. So that's kind of where my hobbies lie.
Okay. So regarding sports teams, nothing like baseball, football, anything like that, or since you're from Florida or live in Florida?
Since I was from New England,
Yeah.
you know, when I was growing up, it was always I was sitting with my uncle. We watched the Red Sox.
Yep.
We watched the New England Patriots.
Yep.
And then we watched Tom and Jerry. You know, that was like
Tom and Jerry. Yeah.
that was like the thing back in the day. So I don't follow sports so much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But like growing up, I was a New England Patriots fan, and you know, actually the Red Sox train here.
Yeah.
So I used to go to their games now and then. But yeah, they have it's called Fenway South. It's a gigantic.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
I've never been to their training facility. I mean, I've been in Florida a couple times already, but I've never been to their training facility. Is it in like what part of Florida is it in?
It's in Fort Myers.
Oh, Fort Myers. Okay.
Yep.
So not too far from you then.
No, not too far at all. It's about 15, 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. And it gets packed during training season. It gets packed. Like the roads, you can't go anywhere over there, so you got to go around everything.
Yeah, take all the back roads.
Yeah.
Past Life asked if you're from the north. I mean, I don't know if you consider. What would you consider Florida, the south or north? Because that's before like Georgia and, or no, that's after Georgia. I'm sorry, that's after Georgia.
South as you can get, pretty much, besides Hawaii.
South as you can get.
But I was born in Rhode Island. And then my whole family moved down here when I was 6. So I was raised down here.
Okay.
So I don't know what you want to call me at that point.
Well, I mean, if you're technically from Rhode Island, you were born there, but you were raised in Florida. So, I mean, you can kind of say you're a New Englander / Southerner, I guess.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'd call myself if I was that way.
Right.
Any of you guys in the chat have any questions for Southern? Who else popped in that I missed? I think I got everyone here. Okay, Kill Hut has a question here. When does he plan to release the next item in his store?
It'll probably be about a month. I mean, if you want to keep, you know, you want to stay up to date on new things coming out, if you go to my website, there is a mailing list option. You put your email in the section and hit submit. And then when I release new things, I will send an email out to everybody that's on that list. So
Okay.
you'll be the first to know.
Okay. Past Life said Southern is a rebel.
Sometimes. Sound like someone banged on your door.
No, that was my grandmother.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, she's going to bed. She's just saying goodnight. I've been at my grandparents' house for like the last 2.5 months. So There's all the links. Appreciate that, baby, for all the links. Make sure you guys check it out, definitely. And like you said, if you want to keep up to date with when he puts up new items on the site, drop your email there. Oh, there's another question here. Will Josh film with his brother again?
Bobby is actually very busy with his daughter and everything, and he works a ton right now. So he moved out. He's got his own house and everything. So he's really working to pay his bills and everything.
Mhm.
But if he ever gets a break, I think he's coming to Tennessee with us because we're going up for my adopted brother's wedding.
Okay.
Maybe I'll film with him up there a little bit, but it's really hard to actually set a date with him to get together.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know you had a brother or a stepbrother and all that. Or
Yeah, I actually have 2 brothers. I'm the oldest.
okay.
So there was 3 of us total, and then we have an adopted brother, Gary, that he moved in with us. It was sometime around middle school.
Mhm.
And he's actually doing well for himself. He's going into the Navy to be a psychologist.
Okay. That's a good way to go in for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate you guys being here. We got 25 people up in here.
Awesome.
Jen says, I have them all in Notepad. I type up all my links before their lives. Appreciate that, baby. She is awesome with that. She's always on top of everything. She does the best she can for everybody. For those who, she can help out. So what else do we all not know about you that you want to share? Like, anything about your wife or anything like where's she from? Is she from the same area as you're from, or?
She's from Ohio and she was raised here as well.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. No, a cool thing about me is the first place I ever got recognized in public is in Vegas.
Oh yeah, you got recognized in Vegas?
Yeah, at Zach Bacon's museum.
Oh, you've been there? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to go there while I'm in Cali. I'm hoping. When did you go to Zach Bacon's museum?
It was 2 years ago.
Okay.
My wife's company had a big thing down there, so we went. We stayed at Caesar's Palace, and they had their seminars and everything. And before I left, I wanted to go to Zach Bacon's.
Mm-hmm.
I was standing in line to get in, and the lady behind me had her phone up like this, and she's taking pictures. So I was like, "Do you watch the channel?" And then one of Zach Bacon's guys, Angry Joe, he's like, "We all know who you are, Josh." And I had 300 subscribers at the time.
What?
Yeah, I've never met these people. So,
wow.
And then when we got to the end, the lady that was running the gift shop gave me a rosary and everything. And
oh wow.
it was a really cool experience. If anybody's ever in Vegas, I suggest you go check it out.
So they knew you with the 300 subscribers you had at the time.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty damn cool.
Because that was where my channel took off,
That's how it took off, kind of?
Yeah, well, I mean, I filmed a vlog in Vegas and stuff, but it wasn't long after that.
Yeah.
I came to Tennessee, and one of my friends messaged me and said, "There's a YouTube meetup. Are you going?" I was like, I had no idea about this. So I kind of invited myself. I just showed up and started talking to people, and it was actually, What the Paranormal?
Yes. Yeah, I know her very well. She's awesome. Me and Jen love her a lot. She's been very, very sweet and kind to us.
Yeah, she's awesome.
For a while. She's a really good person. Her and her daughter.
Yeah. So I met them, and then they kind of introduced me to their whole circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that, I went to the awards night, and that's where I went on. So that's like how I went from 300 to my 1,000 subscribers.
Wow.
It all happened like within that month. So
that's pretty cool.
It was pretty crazy how things worked out.
And for Angry Joe to say we know who you are with the 300, that's crazy. Yeah, Brandy had a question here. Did you feel weird walking through the museum?
Yeah. In some spots, I don't give too much away, but like they have Dr. Death's bus in there and stuff like that. Now he was like he did the euthanasia type thing. As you know, I don't want to say all the words, but he helped people that didn't want to be here anymore. So his bus is there, and when you're standing there, you can just feel it, like something's taking the breath from you. It's really weird.
Wow.
Yeah, and the Dybbuk box, the original Dybbuk box is there, and the demon house,
Yeah.
the stairs from the basement, and the dirt from the basement where all the ritualistic things were buried is there.
I remember him taking that stuff with him. Yeah, he said he was taking parts of it with him when it
And
got demolished. Yeah.
when they open up that wall so you can see that stuff, it's a feeling like you've never experienced.
Jen just said here, Zach pays way more attention to people's channels than most think.
Oh, I'm sure.
And you know what I actually found out through Jen is Gabriel Iglesias, the original Fluffy.
Yeah.
He watches my channel.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's awesome.
And then earlier today, she told me that I guess one of the guys from the Backstreet Boys, was it? The boy band, I guess. I know who they are, but I don't know who they are like that. I guess one of them watched my channel too.
That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That was surprising. So I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I kind of would be if Zach watched my channel. I don't know if he does. I know she says he pays attention to channels than we think, but you never know. Yeah, Vodka. I didn't think that was real when Jen told me. I mean, obviously they're not gonna comment, but
Right.
they're gonna watch because it's on YouTube. It
Yeah.
comes up as recommended or whatever it may be. So
Yeah, that's something that people don't realize about YouTube is we are available to anybody who wants to see this.
Yep.
You never know who's watching.
Yep. Just because we put it up there for our subscribers to watch, don't mean other people are not gonna see it.
Right.
Because it's all over YouTube. Anybody can see it.
Yeah, like I've met producers, like I've talked to Eli Frankel.
Okay.
Which worked on Young Guns with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked to a lot of different people.
Wow.
So you have to put yourself out there.
Yep.
Any videos, but it's how you connect with people.
Right. Exactly. Who said that? Rose, thank you for popping in. Hope you have a good night. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We do have to put ourselves out there for that type of stuff. I always tell everyone you never know whose eyes are in your ear. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Vodka said it'd be awesome to see the two fluffies meet. I don't know. I don't know if he ever would. Maybe. It's not impossible, but I don't know. He's more famous than I'll probably ever be. But yeah, you never know.
He lives up near you, doesn't he?
I don't think so. I'm in Massachusetts. I don't think he lives in Massachusetts.
I thought he was up there somewhere.
He might be. I don't know. If anyone in the chat knows exactly where he lives, I mean, he's probably out in California like all the celebrities are.
Probably by now.
Yeah, California, Vegas, something like that. But when he was coming up, he probably lived in the East Coast in this area. I don't know. Sue Smith asked, where'd it go? Right here. What was the scariest encounter you've ever had?
Well, this can go multiple different ways. My scariest human encounter was actually in Casadega, Florida. My friend Isaac, I was filming with at the time, we were walking through this path behind this church out there.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be wandering around at night. Well, we heard chanting coming from the park that was on the other side of the trees.
Yeah.
Now, when they noticed that somebody was on the path, all these people that were chanting were chasing us down the path. And right as we got to the opening of the path to get back out to the road, we heard gunshots and stuff. So that was probably the scariest human encounter.
Okay.
Now, my scariest paranormal encounter would have been at the Yellow Murder House.
I
Now,
remember that house. Yeah.
that's a more recent video.
Okay.
With Al Capone and Carlos the Fan.
Yep. Yep.
So as we were standing there, we did a lights out to see if we can hear anything.
Yeah.
We flipped the lights. We heard a noise. We flipped the lights on. There's a huge pile of stuff in the middle of the living room, and all the doors slammed shut at once. So that was pretty crazy. That's actually gonna be on the Travel Channel.
Really?
Yeah. I don't have an exact date for it, so watch my Twitter and my Instagram and stuff just to stay up to date. I'll post when I find out when it'll be aired.
I'll definitely be checking that out. Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know Lou Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went there. I think that's the house he went and filmed at. He did a live stream, actually. And apparently he didn't know this when he was streaming, but it was featured on, was it Chills or was it something else? I think it might have been the top 10 on Chills. He caught the coat hangers moving, and there was no wind at all, and it was a live stream. And he had the camera facing him, but behind him was coat hangers moving.
Yeah,
there was nothing hung up on the coat hangers at all.
Yeah, there's something powerful there.
I wonder what happened in that house.
The chains, I've heard. I mean, I couldn't find any like hardcore documentation on it, but from talking to people, I heard there was a family that was murdered there.
What?
So, and then when I was doing my SLS, I could actually see multiple size stick figures around the laundry area. So I believe that. I didn't have the Echo box with me at the time.
Yeah.
I should have brought it back there. But I went back.
It's still standing? Because I thought I heard it got either demolished or it just got more guarded.
It's still there.
Okay.
But it is in pretty bad shape.
Okay. So it's falling apart by itself then?
Yeah, pretty much.
See, I want to get out that way to check that house out before it gets, taken down by itself, because it's just going to be, it's old. There's nobody there. Nobody's going to ever live there again.
Right.
Whatever they decide to do with that land, I mean, if they put another house on there, that house is just going to be as haunted as the grounds, really.
Yeah, for sure.
There's so many places in Florida that I want to check out that I haven't got to yet, and it's just all scattered around. Like, I know I can't go to one of them because I think I heard that they're starting to actually put houses there and people are starting to live there now. But this abandoned ghost town that Omar's always filmed at, like a big abandoned ghost town that had all these abandoned houses, different sections and stuff.
I'm pretty sure it's reopened.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard, was they got it reopened for people to live there.
Yeah, one of my favorite spots here was the hotel in the Everglades.
Okay.
Called the Cartel Hotel because it had strong ties to the drug trafficking and everything, back in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, wow.
But they just tore it down.
See, they're tearing everything down, man.
Yeah, either everything's getting locked down or tore down.
If you don't get to it when you have the chance, it's gone.
Yeah, so now, like, I know Omar and everybody else, we're actually paying for people to let us into these properties to film them and stuff.
Well, I mean, with this time that we have right now with COVID, they want to make some money.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that. I understand that. But, I mean, if you don't really care about the place and it's just going to be torn down, just let us go in there and film or take pictures or whatever it may be. We're not going to vandalize it. You're there. You don't know if we vandalize a place.
Right.
But it's the places that aren't looked over that get, spray painted and just destroyed. And that's what hurts me the most, is seeing that, because you go to these places to expect the beauty of what's left, and all you see is destroyed, whatever equipment's left inside, the broken windows.
Well, and it puts on us, because people, they see that and then they see us in these buildings and they automatically assume that we're destroying things.
Yeah, they look at us the wrong way because it's other people.
Right. Yeah.
It sucks. It really does. And it's like, at some places people buy them out to maintain them so people can go check them out, but they cost money. That's
Right.
reasonable. That's okay. But like, stuff like, places that you've been to that you've had to pay for, I don't really agree with that a whole lot. I get they have to try to make their money too if they try to own it, but it's like it's gonna get torn down.
Yeah. But like a lot of the places I paid for, like you know, it's out of state things mostly. Here in Florida, there's you got the May Stringer house. I haven't been there yet, but I'd like to.
I
I
want
like
to go there. That's on my bucket list.
I like to go to the
Yeah.
Ma Baker too.
The what?
The Ma Baker.
Okay.
That's where the biggest FBI shootout was ever done with gangsters.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I gotta get back to Florida, man. All these damn places before they get either destroyed or just, whatever they do with them. I want to get to them. Like what? I forget. Omar showed me when I was in Florida too, but there was a house that was on the news, and Omar actually did a vlog on with Tiff, and they drove by it. And I don't know if it was something to do with drug-related stuff or because the person that was in the house was dead, and there was coroner vans there, and there was police there. I don't know if you've seen that vlog or that video. It's like it was a house that. Oh damn! What was it? It's gonna drive me crazy. I have to find it now. I guess somebody snitched on somebody about drugs or something, and I don't know. There's something.
Oh wow.
Um,
Yeah, it gets pretty sketchy down here sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to look that up for sure.
I'm trying to find it now. It's gonna bug me if I don't. Jeez. What about the one that he went to like 4 years ago? He did a vlog there. Abandoned haunted murder victim's house. I think he was there with. I forget who he was there with. Damn, my memory is so poor. I'm trying to remember these places because it's places that you can go to and I can go to as well. Because it's just I want to hit these places up before they, either get torn down. I know there's somebody in the chat that's seen it or know what I'm talking about.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Just see if I could try to find it here real quick because I want to. It was months ago though. So what other places down there that are decent locations for us to hit up whenever I get down there? Like stuff that you probably have been to or haven't been to.
Down there, me.
Yeah.
I've got a little cemetery. It's in the middle of the woods. It's actually on an island down here. It's on Sanibel.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the original pioneer cemetery of that area. It's tiny, but I always get good responses in there. Up near Central Florida, for everybody doesn't know, I'm like 3 hours south of Tampa. 2.5 hours south of Tampa.
Yeah.
Whenever I film with Carlos and stuff, it's because I'm traveling up there in that area.
Right.
But up there, you got the Spring Hill Cemetery. That place is crazy creepy.
Notorious for people to go to and film because it's just all the activity.
Yeah. I'm getting some feedback.
Feedback?
All right, it's going now.
Okay. Was that on my end?
But yeah, we can go up there. There's a lot of things up there. That's why you see me up there a lot.
Yeah.
Because here, like in the Everglades, they clean all that stuff up. Some of the warehouses I used to go to that had a lot of activity, they got cleaned up, tore down, everything leveled for development. There is a crazy cemetery here that I haven't filmed yet. Right now, it's a small patch of land right next to a CVS, but it used to be 300 acres.
Oh, wow.
They built all these buildings on top of the cemetery. So if you go down the street a little ways to the next block, you can actually see the old like concrete posts where the chains would go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was back in the early 1900s. It was a full-on cemetery. So that might be
Huh.
something out who walk through the woods over there probably find some stuff.
Yeah. At night, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Um,
that's 3 acres of land.
I have the Alba Cemetery down here too. That's where, like, for all my longtime subscribers, that's where Bobby was actually possessed. So
Really.
yeah, he actually had to
Wow.
go to after that. It's
Jesus.
crazy. They couldn't find out what was wrong with him or anything. Like he had no physical, like he wasn't sick or anything that they could test for. It was really strange, and it was right after we had like all these crazy experiences at the cemetery.
Hmm.
But we can go there and check that out. I always catch stuff there.
There's so many places, man. Like I know there was places that Omar had in mind that he was gonna take me to, and it never ended up happening just because he was just so busy, and you know we filmed what we could, but there was, I forget what he was saying. There was a couple places, and Jody also had a couple places too. But Jody's in a different part of Florida than Omar.
Hmm.
So whatever Jody has out in his area, I know he has a ton of stuff too.
Right.
It's just so much you don't even know. Like you don't even have to be look. You don't really have to even be looking. It's just gonna show up. Like you're driving down the road or a random road, you just come up on something. You'll find something.
Then just look up the history. I mean, things have a story. You know,
Yeah.
everything has a story. You
Yep.
just got once you find it, like experiences that everything makes sense. Like you can go investigate a place. Like if anybody's seen my Witch's Mill video I did with John,
Hmm.
like we had no idea of the actual history behind that mill. So we did my paranormal puck. Basically, you're texting the spirits. You know, it's an app that connects to a device that puts out energy. So when you type it in, you send it to the puck and it broadcasts it.
Hmm.
And then they can manipulate it. The puck reads it and sends back a response.
Hmm.
Well, the puck basically gave the whole history of this place in little bits and pieces. So we did a static cam session where we set our cameras up and went out to the parking lot and just did some research.
Hmm.
And to find out, everything lined up with the history to the responses that we were getting. So once you like have that validation, everything feels more real. Because up until that point, we were like, all right, are these off the wall things? Like they kind of go together, but not really. And then once we had the whole story, which I posted the story in the description, I believe,
Hmm.
you know, all the way down to the names and the witch that was there and everything that happened. But it's like once you find that history, it makes everything more real.
Yeah. Yep. And it's like, you know, you have to do that research to find the history even after you found the location. So it's like you're going backwards instead of going from how everyone else does it. They look at the history first and then go to a location.
Right.
In this case, you're at the location, but you're looking up the history on the location before you film,
Pretty
which
much.
is even better though. Which is even better though too, because you can film the video and then look up the history on that place after and be like, okay, so this this definitely happened here, or this didn't happen, or whatever it may be.
Yeah, a lot of times if it's a planned location, I can do the research ahead of time,
Yeah.
to know more about it so I can talk about different things in that place at that location while I'm
Hmm.
filming. And then other times, like as well as I do, a lot of things don't go as planned. Like things have been closed off or tore down, or so
Hmm.
on
I
location.
know I know very well on that. I've gone to places that still show up on certain websites and they say they're still standing, and I drive hour and 45 minutes, 2.5 hours to this location, and it's not there.
Yeah,
It's either open field or it's something else now.
yeah, it's pretty crazy how fast things change, and that's
Um,
why we're so like secretive about our locations and stuff. Because the more popular they get, the more people that go there, the more chances that it's going to be shut down.
right.
So that
Sorry to cut you off. 1 second. Jen has to take care of something real quick. Go ahead and do what you need to do, sweetheart. Whoever's else is here a mod, I think Brandy might be a mod. Brandy, if you can just start, yeah, or we're about to wrap this up anyway, but if whoever else is a mod here, Jen has to step away for a second. I'm gonna wrap this up actually anyway. We just hit about an hour.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for being here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely check out his channel. We're trying to get him to 5K. I'm gonna keep plugging his channel out on Twitter and all that. Dom, thank you for that as well.
All your support.
Plugging in his merch link. Oh, Alexa's here too. Okay, cool. Plugging in his merch link and all that. Thank you guys. Thank you, babe. Of course, I know you stepped away, but thank you for sharing all the links out and all that. Appreciate that. Definitely check out his channel. Let's get him to 5K. Check out his store for his Echo boxes and more to come on that. And then his merchandise store. The link's in the chat as well. And Twitter, it's Southern Afterlife.
It's Southern AFT Life.
Okay.
Check
him out on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, I got you on that.
Instagram is Southern Afterlife. And on Facebook, I have the page Southern Afterlife on there as well.
Okay. I'm going to get his link one more time and plug that in before we go for everyone in the chat. Oop. All right, there is Southern Afterlife's YouTube link right there. If you guys want to go over there and check it out, feel free to. Make sure you check out his videos, leave comments, watch the whole video through, and share out his content to keep that subscription stuck on his channel. And again, thank you guys for being here, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you so much.